Top 20 real-life creepy circus performers of the last century. Not for the faint of heart. Here we go. 20th place, Isaac Sprague. Living skeleton, born in 1841 in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. This man was known for his incredible thinness. By the age of 44, he was 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed 94 pounds. He was observed by many eminent specialists of the time, but no one could make any other diagnosis than general weight loss syndrome. Isaac died at the age of 46, having worked in the freak show for more than 24 years. 19th place, Stefan Bobrowski, the man with the lion's face. Stefan, 1891-1932, was a famous freak show performer. The lion-faced man had long hair all over his body, which is where he got his nickname. Stefan suffered from a rare condition called hypertrichosis. In 1901, Stefan began performing in the American circus Barnum and Bailey. Stefan died in Berlin in 1932 of a heart attack at the age of 41. 18th place, Otis Jordan, Frog Boy. Otis Jordan was an African-American with the body of a 4-year-old child, a normal-sized head, and a very intelligent face. Starting in 1963, he performed his own show, Otis the Frog Boy, during which he rolled, smoked a cigarette using only his lips, and did other various tricks. 17th place, Ruth Davis Penguin Girl. Circus performer Mignon was born in 1910 with the defect phocomelia, which affects all the limbs of a person, making them look like a penguin. She played a musical instrument called a marimba. In addition to freak shows, she often performed at regular fairs that were held in New York and Chicago in the 1930s. 16th place, Millie and Christina McCoy, Two-Headed Nightingale. These girls, 1851-1912, were born into slavery. They and their mother were sold to showman Joseph Smith. Smith and his wife took on the girls' upbringing. Eventually, the Siamese twins learned to speak 5 languages, as well as sing, dance, and play musical instruments. People knew them as the Two-Headed Nightingale. In the 1880s, the girls retired and bought a small farm. Millie died of tuberculosis at age 61, followed by Christina a few hours later. They were among the first conjoined twins to live that long. 15th place, Felix Wehrle, man with super stretchy skin. This man could stretch his skin from any part of his body to incredible sizes, and his fingers could bend both forward and backward. Felix suffered from Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which makes a person's skin incredibly elastic. He performed in many Barnum and Bailey shows. 14th place, Louise, the Leopard Girl. This girl was an African-American who suffered from vitiligo, a skin condition that causes spots to appear. 13th place, Susie, the girl with elephant skin. Charlotte Linda Vogel, born in Berlin on February 26, 1908. Charlotte's skin did not peel. It was gray, thick, and formed deep folds. A more likely diagnosis is epidermolytic hyperkeratosis. Clad in either a bikini or a bathing suit, Susie told the story of her life, which captivated the crowd. She died a few days before her 68th birthday in New York. 12th place, Smith musical acrobat. Smith was an acrobat who played the banjo, twisting his body into incredible knots. A man performed in the 1910s. 10th place, Grace McDaniels. After winning the Ugliest Woman contest in 1935, she joined Miller's freak show as the Mule-Faced Woman. 9th place, Ella Harper Camel Girl. Ella Harper had an amazing ability. At will, she could turn her knee joints back. With this act, the Camel Girl performed in the circus for several years, earning $200 a week. Crazy money for the end of the 19th century. However, after a few years, Ella decided to settle down. She left the circus, graduated from school, and got married. 9th place, Robert Huddleston Ponyboy. Because of the joints turned backwards from birth, Robert Huddleston could not move or even stand on 2 legs and walked exclusively on all 4s. In his youth, He earned his living by working as a real horse. Lumberjacks harnessed him to a cart, after which he happily ran away to the circus, where he worked successfully. 8th place, Chang and Ing Siamese twins. Siamese twins. Chang and Ing were born in 1811 in Thailand. A few years later, a merchant brought them to America and sold them to freak show owners. They were extremely popular, and in a few years managed to save enough money to retire and buy an estate in North Carolina. In addition, the brothers got married, leaving behind completely ordinary children. 21 children between them. 7th place, Anna Swan. An American who performed in Barnum's Circus, was one of the tallest women. Her exact height is unknown. According to various sources, it ranges from 5 to 8 feet. 6th place, Betty Lou Williams, a girl, and her parasitic twin. Betty Lou Williams was born in 1932. She was a rare case in medicine. Her body grew the legs and pelvis of her underdeveloped twin sister, whose underdeveloped head lived in the girl's body. In the freak show, Betty earned an unimaginable amount of money at that time, $1,000 a week. With this money, she bought her parents a huge farm and sent all her brothers and sisters to study in college. Betty Williams died at the age of 23, suffocating during an asthma attack. 5th place, Madame Aboma, African giantess. Madame Aboma performed as the tallest woman in the world. The posters indicated that at one time, Madame Aboma, her real name was Grisby, worked as a nanny. 4th place, Fannie Mills, a woman with giant legs. Fannie Mills from Ohio suffered from lymphedema, stagnation of lymph in the tissues, leading to severe swelling of the lower extremities. There was no cure for this disease in the 19th century, and Fannie, who had great difficulty walking, had to earn her living in a freak show. 3rd place, Aurelio and Janie Tomaini. They were called the strangest married couple in the world. Aurelio was a real giant. His height was 8 feet 4 inches, and his wife Janie was nicknamed Half Girl because she was born without legs and with deformed arms. 2nd place, Frank Lentini, a man with 3 legs. His twin brother, consisting of 1 leg and a full set of genitals, was born as an appendage to Frank's spine. The 3rd leg was accompanied by a 4th foot, small, deformed, and painful. Thus, Lentini had 3 legs, 4 feet, a pair of genitals, 16 toes. 1st place, Myrtle Corbin, 4-legged girl, Myrtle Corbin from Texas, born with an extra pelvis and an extra pair of underdeveloped legs, performed in the circus from the age of 13. She was always very popular and earned a lot of money. However, at 18, she left the circus, got married, gave birth to 4 daughters and a son, and despite the extra pair of lower limbs, led a very ordinary life.